This video is brought to you by REP Gaming Products. Help protect your deck and support the show by picking up a steel deck box from the link down below.
Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Much Abrew About Nothing. So last week, during our Instant Deck Decks, it was the crazy modern combo deck Whisperer Ooze combo that came out on top. So today, we are heading to Modern to see if we can turn Necrotic Ooze into a one-card combo by getting the right pieces, especially Doom Whisperer, into our graveyard so we can just kill our opponent as soon as Necrotic Ooze resolves. And I'm pretty excited for this deck. We played a Necrotic Ooze deck a while ago, and I think this build is a lot better, and I'm feeling much better about playing it. I know the last time I played it, I think I might have made some mistakes, but I'm feeling good about this one. We got it. We're going to do well today. Should say as well, made some slight updates to the deck, not to the main deck, compared to the Instant Deck deck that is, not to the main deck, but to the sideboard, where the big problem with the deck is it didn't have any way to deal with like a Rest in Peace or a Leyline of the Void, and we're a very graveyard-centric deck, so we made some changes to the sideboard, but we'll talk about them when we get there. Like usual, gonna do a super quick 2-minute refresher deck. If you want the full breakdown of Whisperer Ooze combo, make sure to check out the Instant Deck. Anyway, a quick reminder before we break down Whisperer Ooze for Modern. If you enjoy this deck, and you will enjoy Much Abrew in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button down at the bottom of your screen. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Whisperer Ooze combo, and the big card in this deck, our one-card combo piece, is Necrotic Ooze, a 4-mana 4/3 that has all the activated abilities of all creature cards in all graveyards. So the idea of this deck is we are going to get the right combination of creatures in our graveyard that as soon as we cast Necrotic Ooze, we can activate all these different abilities, and the end result will be us winning the game. So the big one here to start things off is Doom Whisperer. If we can get Doom Whisperer in our graveyard, our Necrotic Ooze will be able to pay 2 life to Surveil 2, which if we're up near our starting life total of 20, means we get to just dump like 15, 18 cards into our graveyard, which hopefully finds us the rest of the combo pieces we need to win the game. So once we mill a ton of cards, with our Ooze being a Doom Whisperer, we're trying to get Devoted Druid and Morsel Hoarder into our graveyard, which gives us infinite mana. Devoted Druid adds a counter to our Necrotic Ooze, or the Devoted Druid ability, rather, adds a counter to our Necrotic Ooze. Then the Morsel Hoarder ability of Necrotic Ooze can remove that counter to make a mana, so we just keep doing that. Add a counter, remove it for mana, add a counter, remove it for mana. We make infinite mana, and then to finish things off, we turn our Necrotic Ooze into a Walking Ballista. So after we make 40, 80 mana, however much we need, we just add a bunch of counters to our Necrotic Ooze, working like a Walking Ballista, and then ping our opponent's face equal to their life total to actually win the game. So that's the combo, that's the plan of the deck. Tasigur is a nice backup plan. It can be a big beater. We can also use our Necrotic Ooze with the activated ability to get cards into the graveyard. Birds of Paradise, Llanowar Elves just ramp us into our big plays. Faithless Looting, Grisly Salvage, additional ways to stock our graveyard with our combo pieces. Gerard's Orders sets up our combo all by itself. Tutors 1 creature into our hand, 1 into our graveyard, so it's a way for 4 mana we get Necrotic Ooze in hand and Doom Whisperer in our graveyard, or whatever combo piece we need if we already have our Doom Whisperer. Mana base, some fetch lands, some fast lands, a bunch of shock lands, Twilight Mire, some basic lands. In the sideboard, this is where there's some slight changes. Ground Seal, Thoughtseize to protect our combo. Ground Seal doesn't let our opponent use Surgical Extraction on our graveyard stuff. Thoughtseize to clear out our opponent's hand. Wickerburrow Elder and Destructive Revelry. New additions. There are ways that we can not only get rid of artifacts, which could be like Relic of Progenitus or Tormod's Crypt, but also get rid of enchantments, which is pretty relevant with things like Rest in Peace, Leyline of the Void running around. Also, Wickerburrow Elder, with all those weird add, remove, counter synergies we got with our Necrotic Ooze combo, can actually just blow up all the artifacts on the battlefield if we need it to, if we get it in the graveyard along with our combo. Nile Spellbomb to deal with graveyard decks like Dredge, Stamping Sphere for Storm and other combo decks, Fatal Push, a little bit of creature removal. Feed the Can can gain us a bunch of life against deck like Burn. Also give us more Surveil for life activations with our Doom Whisperer, Scavenging Ooze, Graveyard Hate, and life gain. And that is Whisperer Ooze combo for Modern. And that's our Much Abrew deck for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the gameplay, and I will talk to you soon. All right, Much Abrew About Nothing time. We are playing some Whisperer Ooze combo, and we got a Grizzly Salvage to hold things together. We got fast mana. Uh-oh. Are we getting lanterned? Oh boy. Looks like we're getting lanterned. And there goes our Grizzly Salvage. Or this could be just the Whir of Invention deck. Regardless. Ew, we were really counting on that Grizzly Salvage. The Grizzly Ooh, alright. Well, we get to keep our Grizzly Salvage for now. That's good. Opponent. Passing. More Birds of Paradise. I don't know, I guess we could just, like, draw a Doom Whisper. That would be sweet. We're gonna be able to just cast it if we find it. Mox Opal. Oh, it is Lantern. Alright. Lantern might just be a really good matchup for us. Well, we'll see about the number of surgicals they have. In theory, our opponent putting cards in the graveyard is not the worst thing. Ooh, Necrotic Ooze. Yes, please. We would like to draw that. I guess they can also Pithing Needle the Ooze, which is pretty bad. Well, let's play Birds of Paradise. Play Wooded Foothills. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Ooh, surgical! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no, oh no. That's not great. Ghoul Caller's Bell. Okay. Well, we gotta try to win this turn. Which means getting a really good Grizzly Salvage hit. So, crack Wooded Foothills. We need to get a Doom Whisper in our graveyard, basically. Take a... doesn't really matter. Blood Crypt. Untapped. Devoted Druid on top. Well, Grizzly Salvage. We gotta do it this turn because it's surgical. Alright, opponent mills. Bloodstained Mire, not great. Huh. Well, take the Tassiger. I guess that's our new plan. Birds of Paradise. Alright, so I think we actually play Twilight Mire. Tassiger. We're going to exile... This sounds weird, but we're going to exile all of our Devoted Druids because if our opponent hits one of those with Surgical, it does ruin our combo. Opponent mills Drod's Orders. And then, I guess... Oh, opponent mills the Surgical. Alright, let's also run out Necrotic Ooze. Pass the turn. I mean, we can just go beatdowns until our opponent finds... Until our opponent finds an Ensnaring Bridge. Cracks a Bobble. Gonna draw Brutality, which isn't good. Mills Brutality. Land on top. Our opponent did mill the Surgical, too, which is really good for us. Mills Kodak Shredder on top. Probably keep that. Draws Kodak Shredder, another Kodak Shredder, Engineered Explosives. Ancient Stirrings. Ugh, Pithing Needle's really bad. Ghost Quarter. Ghost Quarter's not that bad. Plays a Ghost Quarter. There's the Pithing Needle. It's coming. It's coming soon. Kodak Shredder. Kodak Shredder. Opponent. Passing. So we draw a Not Great Mountain. Blooming Marsh on top. Go to combat. Hit our opponent. Play Birds of Paradise. Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Alright, so now we're going to Tassiger in response. Because we actually are pretty fine with just milling lands here. Because then we're getting back Drod's Orders or Grizzly Salvage, both of which are good. Alright, we milled a Morsel Hoarder. Opponent gives us back Morsel Hoarder. Faithless Looting is good, though. Wow! Opponent milled Needle. I guess our opponent's just getting in desperation mode, afraid of losing to the beatdowns. Alright, they found a bridge. So that's going to stop our attacking. However, we don't need to attack to win. That is the secret. There's the bridge. Thoughtseize doesn't do anything. Alright, we just need we got to get our combo pieces in the graveyard. We have a Morsel Hoarder. We only have one Devoted Druid left, which is not great. Grizzly Salvage is good. Mills. Another morsel hoarder. Opponent. Passing. Well, let's Bloodstained Mire. Shuffle it up. Grab a Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, land on top. Alright. Well, untap. Land on top. Faithless Looting. 2 lands. Discard. Discard. Activate Tasigur. Okay, we're actually getting back a good card. We're happy with all the cards that we can get here. Opponent trying to decide. Goes Grizzly Salvage. Well, play Bloodstained Mire, pass the turn. The other thing is, sooner or later, our opponent will mill the pieces. Although, remember, 1 Devoted Druid. That is all we have. Because we had to exile 3. Lantern Vinsight for our opponent. Opponent passing. Well, Crag Bloodstained Mire. That's our last land. There's a Tasigur. Huh. Alright. Tasigur. Doom Whisperer's good. That's a way to get a lot of cards in our graveyard. We gotta try to win here. So, Grizzly Salvage. We're close. We're really close. We take the Blooming Marsh. Now we start surveilling. Actually, first let's Faithless Looting. Opponent mills. Sure. Mills. Sure. We're just looking for Devoted Druid. There it is. There it is. That should be game. Discard. And now we have the combo. So now we proceed to kill our opponent. So counter on Devoted Druid. Add a mana. Counter. Mana. So we have infinite mana with our combo. Now we have to do this a bunch of times. Enough that we can actually kill our opponent with our Walking Ballista Necrotic Ooze. Oh man, there's so many clicks involved. Probably have to edit this part out. But that's the combo. That's what we've been trying to do. This seems like a good matchup. So opponent was just asking how the combo works. Explaining the combo to our opponent. They said if we activate Ballista once, they will concede. So now we can put a counter on our Necrotic Ooze. Ping our opponent. And that's the game plan. That's a combo in our opponent being an honorable opponent. Scoops it up, does not make us go through it. I mean, I guess it wouldn't take it that long. We'd have to make like 41 mana, 44 mana. But that's a combo. This seems like the kind of matchup we're looking for. Except for the fact that our opponent has an obnoxious amount of graveyard hate. But other than that, this is exactly what we want. So, Agent Grudge in. I think we're going to bring in Scavenging Ooze so we can fizzle Surgical Extractions. Ground Seal in, Wickerburrow Elder in, Destructive Revelry in. We can go down Llanowar Elves. Go down Gerard's Orders. Man, our opponent does have a lot of annoying stuff. The upside is they're putting cards in our graveyard for us, which is good. The downside is they have good answers to our combo, and maybe more after sideboarding. So go down 2 Gerard's Orders. Maybe we go 1 Tasigur. Beating down is not that legitimate of a plan. And let's just cut 1 Birds of Paradise. Man, Ground Seal seems great. We would love to play a Ground Seal in this matchup, just to shut off all the annoying graveyard hate. Alright, on to game number 2 against the lanterniest of controls. Alright, we'll keep this. I mean, Walking Ballista is really good against Lantern Control anyway. Like, that is the way you could just beat Lantern Control, is just play a Walking Ballista and add mana to it and ping them. Especially if you get in a couple hits early in the game, but A leyline. Well, okay. Yeah, lantern. Sure, there's our ooze. That's a lot of ley lines, I will admit. Ooh, I do like ground seal. Unfortunately, it's probably going to get milled, but let's play Birds of Paradise. So, beatdown plan. Beatdown plan seems good. Opponent. Crack that lantern. This is like, oh, come on, no mill. No mill. I want this ground seal so bad. Ah, Kodak Shredder. We were so close. Mills. Yep. We wanted that. We did. Opponent passes. Well, Doom Whisper, we don't mind if it's in the graveyard. So, let's just... Play Devoted Druid. Play Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. Opponent. They're going to mill themselves. Oh, they mill Doom Whisper. All right, well. Incoming. Doom Whisper 2. So the sweet addition... Ugh. Yeah, we can't do anything about that. All right, no Doom Whispers. That's fine, though. If we're going to lose a combo piece, Doom Whisper is the best one for us to lose. Losing Doom Whisper just means that we can't surveil our graveyard super quickly. Why was it a morsel? Oh. Confusing. Spire of Industry. Opponent. Passing. Do we want a Ballista? Yeah, I guess it's fine. Draw Ballista. Crag Bloodstained Mire. Grab a... Swamp. And I think we're just going to play Ballista X2 and start attacking. Maybe we should have went X3 with Devoted Druid. Opponent. Mills themselves. Alright, Mox Opal on top. Plays the Opal. Opponent. Well, now we can still just Grizzly Salvage. So, untap Devoted Druid. Grizzly Salvage. We still need a Morsel Hoarder. Let's take another Ooze. Wickerboro Elder is really good. Opponent passes. That's Morsel Hoarder. Do we win here? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're a mana short. Alright. So let's... how can we win here? Are we just 1 mana short? We play Ooze. We can't get Morsel Hoarder in the graveyard. Opponent's got Inquisition on top. Well, let's just Ancient Grudge, Lantern. Actually, no. Let's Faithless Looting first. Discard Morsel Hoarder. Discard Walking Ballista. And opponent scoops it up! They know what's coming! Our Wickerboro Elder super secret sideboard tech. So we couldn't win this turn, but we were going to win the next turn. And the super sweet thing about this is, with Wickerboro Elder, oh man, I feel like a genius. I feel so glad that we figured this out. This gets through all the artifacts. It gives us, in our graveyard, as we make infinite mana, it also gives us infinite artifact and enchantment destruction. So we can blow up all the ley lines, and yes, I'm pretty happy. Our Wickerboro Elder tech coming through against Leyline of Sanctity, and taking out Lantern. Alright, that was good. That was super good. That's what the deck's trying to do. Might be a good matchup, but I'm just super thrilled that's when I when I rebuilt the sideboard for this deck, and I thought of Wickerboro Elder, this was exactly the scenario I was envisioning, with ley lines and stuff that we couldn't get through, and it worked exactly like I saw it in my head, and that doesn't happen very often, so sweet. On to the next one. Alright, much brew about nothing time. We are playing some Whisperer Ooze combo in Modern, and this hand's weird, but we're going to keep it. We really would like this Birds to live, because our mana is not good at casting a lot of our hand. Steam events for our opponent. Well, alright, that fixes our mana. Let's Copperline Gorge and Birds of Paradise. So, right now, we have Doom Whisper. We have Gerard's Orders to set things up. Opponent passes Blooming Marsh. Well, our mana's getting much better. Let's play Blooming Marsh. Run out Devoted Druid. Opponent remands. Alright, so some sort of control deck, most likely. I guess it could still be some sort of, like, Wizard or Arclight Phoenix thing. So Devoted Druids can put themselves in the oh, Storm. Alright. Life is bad. Life is really bad. We have good sideboard cards. What is our chances of winning? So I think our best bet is play Copperline Gorge. I think all we can do is try to combo next turn and hope for the best. So Gerard's Orders. Oh, no! Alright, another remand. Well, chances are we're just straight up dead now. I think our opponent's just playing a faster combo. I mean, for our deck, in theory, we had turn 3 Gerard's Orders, turn 4, hopefully win. Like, we could have put Doom Whisper in the graveyard, got the Necrotic Ooze, played Necrotic Ooze, and hopefully surveilled into the combo. And that's about as fast as it gets for our deck. Unfortunately, our opponent had lots of remands. Storm. Storm Visions. Yup. We don't have any way to kill this Brawl main deck. Tap land. Alright, not dead just yet. Opponent passes. Overgrown Tomb. What's our best way to win? Well, I guess we just do what we were trying to do last turn and hope we don't die. So, Gerard's Orders. Get Necrotic Ooze and Doom Whisper. Overgrown Tomb tapped. And pass the turn. So, well, we'll see. I mean, if our opponent just has a clunky hand and no remands, we can go for it next turn. We have the combo set up. Opponent's got a lot of mana and a Brawl, though. And they played several cantrips last turn. Another land. Come on. Come on. No store. Opt. All right. That doesn't mean we're necessarily dead. Opponent needs Gifts Ungiven or Past in Flames. All right. Ritual's usually a sign of impending death. You don't usually cast your rituals unless you're going to win. Gifts Ungiven. So, yes. We should be dead here. Assuming our opponent just gets the normals pile. So I have 1, 2, 3. Okay, well, mill Ritual, mill Manamorphose. That's not the normal pile. Maybe that means our opponent just has Past in Flames in hand? So here comes Past in Flames. Alright. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, that definitely does it. Opponent has the Manamorphose, so they have plenty of blue mana. Alright. Yeah, there's no fizzling from there. Well, this feels like, I mean, our deck was doing what it wanted to be doing. We were setting up our combo pretty efficiently, but not quite fast enough. So bring in Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, Damping Sphere, Nile Spellbomb. Go down, I think, Tassigurs. What are our least essential pieces? We can go down the Llanowar Elves. Still gonna make 4 more cuts. So our combo pieces, we can't really cut our combo pieces because we need those to win the game. So Necrotic Ooze, gotta stay. Doom Whisper, Morsel Horde, Devoted Druid, Walking Ballista. Cutting Birds of Paradise would slow us down quite a bit. Probably don't want to do that. Maybe we, like, trim back Gerard's Orders. Maybe we just cut all the Gerard's Orders and 1 Walking Ballista? and trust that. All right, let's try it. Let's try it like that. Well, at least we have some interaction. Damping Sphere, Nihil Spellbomb, really good. Ugh. Probably should have brought in Scavenging Ooze as well. Well, okay. This hand's pretty good. We get Morsel Hoarder and Doom Whisper in the graveyard right away. We don't have any sideboard cards, but hopefully Faithless Looting finds them. Well, discard Doom Whisper, discard Morsel Hoarder. Well, maybe we can just race. We can Devoted Druid into Necrotic Ooze. This could be a turn 3 kill. Spire Bluff and Certain Visions. I mean, it's going to depend on what our opponent has, but in theory, this is a turn 3 kill hand, which that's about as fast as it gets. All right, bottom top. Opponent passes. Oh, play a Forest and Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. All right, tap out for a Brawl. Tap out for a Brawl or something, and we should be able to assemble the win next turn. We just have to Doom Whisper into a... not tapping out. All right. Opponent passes. Blooming Marsh. I mean, we got to go for it. Play the land. Necrotic Ooze. Opponent has a remand. Okay. Spire Bluff for our opponent. 1 snow. Tapping. Untapping. Opponent. All right. Passes. Well, let's tap Devoted Druid. Untap Devoted Druid. Play... Let's Faithless Looting first. Discard land. Discard Grizzly Salvage. And let's try it again. Let's see if our opponent has a counter. Necrotic Ooze. Come on. Let it resolve. All right. So, Surveil 2. Opponent's going to try to counter. All right. So now we kill our Devoted Druid. Start making mana. I think we might have the kill. All right. So, infinite mana. We do have to surveil the right things into the graveyard. Surveil. We need a Walking Ballista. Down to 16. Surveil. Graveyard. We have infinite mana. We just need a Walking Ballista. Surveil. Infinite mana still. Graveyard. Graveyard. We can do it 5 more times. That's not it. Ballista? Nope. Infinite mana. Surveil. Graveyard. Graveyard. 2 more shots. Graveyard. Graveyard. Oh my god, there it is. Unless they have a lightning bolt, then we're done. All right, so now we go back to making mana. Do this a bunch of times. Make a ton of mana. Add a counter. So basically, just so it's clear what we're doing here, Morsel Horde lets us remove a counter from our Necrotic Ooze to add a mana, and Devoted Druid lets us add a counter, essentially, to our Necrotic Ooze. So we have infinite mana here. This is a slightly click-intensive combo. Add, remove, add. We have to do this a lot of times. Remove, add, remove, add, remove. So up to 10 mana. And the end result of this is we're eventually going to put a bunch of counters on our Necrotic Ooze, kill our opponent with the Walking Ballista, and that was pretty good. That was a turn 4 kill. It was close. We were right on the edge of not having that work out. Maybe we can't cut Walking Ballista. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. What else? How can we do that? How can we sideboard? We have so many combo pieces that we need. Maybe we're sideboarding too much? Because, like, Scavenging Ooze would also be really good in this matchup, but I'm not sure what we can... Like, how we can fit all these cards because we have so many combo pieces. And losing any combo piece, like right there, we were very close to not hitting a Walking Ballista, and we would have had nothing to do with our infinite mana. I guess we could have cast in flashback Faithless Lootings to get more shots at it, but then we would also be losing our Necrotic Ooze, so we would have had to find another Necrotic Ooze, and it would have been a mess. So we were very close. Well, that's the combo. We were very close to having it not work out, but it did work out, just barely. Maybe Maybe we cut birds. Maybe the speed is okay to sacrifice. Or maybe we can't go Thought Seizes and Fatal Pushes? Maybe we just can't Thought Seize. Maybe we just gotta trust that Nile, Spellbomb, Damping Sphere, and Ooze. Oh, Thought Seize is so good against them. Alright, let's try it like that. I'm really not 100% confident with how to do the sideboarding. Man. This is the 0 land nut draw. If we had 1 land, this is like our best draw against Storm. Well, alright. We'll keep it. We got some combo pieces. We got Ooze, Ballista. We do have a Birds of Paradise. Morsel Horde. I guess we leave that on top, just for the sake of Faithless Looting it into the graveyard. Steam Vents for our opponent. Well, Leaded Foothills, crack it. Grab a Stomping Grounds. Yeah, let's go Stomping Grounds. Untapped. Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Island. And there's Brawl. Alright. Opponent's setting up their combo quickly. Doom Whisper. Man, we're going to get a lot of combo pieces in the graveyard. Discard Doom Whisper. Discard Morsel Horde. Faithless Looting number 2. Ugh! No lands. That's kind of a nightmare. Discard Walking Ballista. Devoted Druid. So we have our entire combo in the graveyard, but somehow we whiffed on lands with 2 Faithless Lootings. That's not a good sign. Opponent's got 4 cards. That's not incredibly many. Oh boy. Well, here they go. Manamorphose. We're going to just F6 and see what happens. Yeah, we really needed to hit some lands there. If we hit lands, there's a chance we just combo this turn. Opponent. Gifts ungiven. So I don't think our opponent wins this turn, but we definitely don't win next turn. I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the cards in their hand, but... Well, sometimes you just get out comboed. This hand was really close to being good. Little unfortunate with those Faithless Lootings. Because we have infinite mana. Alright, yeah, I mean, mill the 2 rituals. Yeah, mill the 2 rituals and hope for the best. Oh, they got rituals in hand. Metamorphose. Yep. So now our opponent, they have it. Past in Flames, ritual mana. Well, we tried. We got a good combo kill one game, and we got to see the power of the deck. I guess it wouldn't even mattered if we hit a land. Our opponent was just going to race us on the play. So, all right. Well, we got a win. A win is good. And hopefully we play some non-storm decks. All right. Much brew about nothing time. We are, Whisperer Ooze comboing in Modern. And this hand looks pretty fine. I mean, Devoted Druid for ramp, Faithless Looting to get things started, seems pretty reasonable. Blood Crypt untapped. Looking for basically our graveyard pieces. Another Ooze. Well, discard. Let's go Walking Ballista, Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. So we need Morsel Hoarder in the graveyard. That's our last missing piece. Alright, humans? Humans. Ether Vial for our opponent. And passes. Well, let's... Wooded Foothills, crack it. Grab a Forest and Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. We got a shot here. We just need to get Morsel Hoarder in the graveyard. And it's game. We have double Ooze in hand. Opponent. Champion. And passes. Alright, come on, deck. Yup. We draw. That's Morsel Hoarder. Alright, how do we lose from here? That's the question. What is the way we can lose? We can play Necrotic Ooze and just pass. We can wait on Necrotic Ooze, looting, discard Morsel Hoarder. I think that's better. The one way we lose by keeping Oozes in hand is if our opponent If our opponent somehow blind names Necrotic Ooze with Meddling Mage, well, that's faithless looting. Oh, they don't even have... oh, that would be so bad, because we don't have an answer to it. Alright. This is a plan. Hopefully that's not what happens. Discard Morsel Hoarder. Discard Stomping Grounds. Play Copperline Gorge, pass the turn. Alright. No Meddling Mage on Ooze, and we win. It's that simple. The entire combo is in the graveyard. Turn 4 kill is set up. On the other hand, if our opponent somehow figures out they need to Meddling Mage on Ooze, which if they've seen this deck before, they might, then it's really just game over. Alright, opponent, Vile's in. Another champion, that's fine. They're not going to kill us this turn. Come on. No Meddling Mages, please. Please, no Meddling Mages. Vile, ticking up. Oh, please, no. Go aggro. Deal that damage. Show us Athalia's Lieutenant. Land. Viles. Freebooter. No! No! If they have Meddling Mage in hand, we lose. Because now they will know what we're doing. Oh, please, no. Please, no. Not that. That's the one way we lose. Oh, no mages. No Meddling Mages. Thalia's Lieutenant. Any other human. Any other human is fine. Just not Meddling Mage. Come on. No Meddling Mage. It's Thalia! Alright, we win. We win! We got there! Oh, man, I was so worried. Alright. Okay. Well, that does it. Opponent had a good human start, but we just go infinite. Opponent gets in. Sure, we take it. We untap. We play the Swamp. We play Necrotic Ooze. And we proceed to go infinite. Alright. So let's make infinite mana. Step 1. And now we'll show our opponent how this works, in case they actually want to scoop. So ping our opponent for 1. Go back to making infinite mana. And that is Whisper Ooze. We didn't need any whispering, but our Ooze combo, turn 4 kill. This deck can get some pretty fast kills. Alright, add a counter. Ping our opponent. Go back to making mana. Our opponent, they're not showing many signs of the scoopage. Oh, we have to do this a lot of times. Well, now we're just going to make mana. We showed our opponent the combo. So we need 68 mana. Oh my god. That's 130 some clicks. That's a lot of clicks. Alright, everyone. I'll see you in an hour. Up to 8. Yup. Up to... Alright. Now we can... Oh, man. We shot that Thalia. Oh, we kind of punished ourselves, actually. Because now we got to do 8 more clicks to get enough mana to kill our opponent still. And every click is a chance that we could somehow mess up. Alright, 12 mana. Add a counter. Add a counter. Add a counter. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. And we'll ping our opponent. Alright, humans. That's Whisper Ooze for you. Good try, good try. Oh, this deck. Oh my goodness. So what are we expecting as far as sideboard hate from the humans deck? That's the big question. Like, do they even have... They probably have some number of graveyard hate spells, like a little bit. One of the nice things about this is we don't actually care about Grafdigger's Cage. We're a graveyard deck that does not care at all about Grafdigger's Cage. We do care a little bit, well, a lot, about like Tormod Crypt type effects to exile our graveyard. So I guess it depends on the exact human builds. A lot of them use Grafdigger's Cage. So we want Fatal Push. That might really be it. Maybe like Feed the Clan? Let's go down 1 Tasigur for a Feed the Clan. Gaining life does seem relevant. It lets us Doom Whisper more. Otherwise, we don't really have a lot for this matchup. Yeah, try it like that. I think we mostly just want a combo. The good news about the deck is it does seem to combo pretty efficiently when it's not being disrupted. This hand's fine, mostly thanks to the birds. Birds of Paradise into Faithless Looting. I am very scared of Meddling Mage, because we do not have many ways to just kill a Meddling Mage. And once Meddling Mage comes down, comboing becomes a lot harder. Well, Blooming Marsh, Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. Ether Vial. This is potentially a pretty quick kill with Gerard's Orders. Unclaimed Territory. Unhuman. And... ooh, Mare of Avabruck. Alright. And more humans? Noble Hierarch. Alright, opponent's just humaning it up. Wouldn't mind just drawing a... ooh, there's Doom Whisperer. Well, let's start with Faithless Looting. Discard Doom Whisperer. Discard Morsel Hoarder. Play the Mountain. Play Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. So if we just draw... if we just straight up draw Necrotic Ooze, we should win. Otherwise, we gotta find Necrotic Ooze. And we gotta do it before our opponent finds Meddling Mage. Alright. Cavern on Human. What do you got, opponent? 3 cards in hand. Maybe this deck is just like the Human Assassin. It feels like they don't have that many ways of interacting with what we're doing. Maybe this is just like a really good matchup for us. And having a good matchup against humans would be pretty sweet. Opponents thinking things over. Vial. Ugh. Alright. That does make things hard. Meddling Mage. We don't have much removal. Oh. Ha-ha! Name's Vizier Remedies. Oh, life is good. Life was bad, but now it's good forever. Oh. Staticaster is annoying. Because we don't have enough black mana. Yeah, it kills our birds. Yeah, that actually is annoying. Because we're short on black mana now. Opponent gets in for 2. Well, let's see what we draw. Now we kind of want black mana. Morsel Hoarder. Well, Faithless Looting. Discard Morsel Hoarder. Discard... Morsel Hoarder. So we found black mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, maybe we get rid of... let's untap Devoted Druid. I guess that doesn't work. Alright, play Tassiger. Which at least gives us a blocker. Pass the turn. Vial ticking up. I think we might have really butchered that. Taking the Doom Whisper out of our graveyard and giving up Devoted Druid's a bit risky. Horizon Canopy. Cracks Horizon Canopy. 2 cards in hand. Oh no. Okay, Mantis Rider. Well, that could have been worse. Meddling Mage would have just straight up killed us. Opponent gets in. I guess we're still drawing live to just win with a Ooze. Opponent gets to transform. Oh, now we got to do math. So we drop to 11. We Gerard's Orders. We block here. We take 3, 4, 5. If our opponent has Thalia's Lieutenant, we take 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. Stomping Grounds. untapped, Gerard's Orders, Necrotic Ooze in hand, Walking Ballista Graveyard. All right, opponent, we'll pass the turn. So kill us or deal with our graveyard, or we win. Opponent's only got 2 cards. Come on. Come on. Keep us alive 1 turn. Opponent. Big attack. I mean, I guess they could also find a Meddling Mage to put on our Ooze. That's the other out. Opponent passes. Okay, we should have it. So run out Necrotic Ooze and go infinite. Wow. Okay. Does our opponent have interaction? Okay. All right. It was a bluff. We do have to be careful. If we accidentally misclick, we could kill our Necrotic Ooze, which would be bad. Which is going to make this even clunkier than normal. Usually we have a little bit of safety valve. Oh my goodness. Well, we'll speed this up or something. We definitely don't want to mess it up now. And we need max mana. We need 80. What is our opponent doing? Okay. Keep adding mana. Oh my god. I'm petrified that I'm going to mess this up now. Having 1 damage marked on this makes it a lot sketchier. I guess we could have just kept comboing off with the trigger on the stack to not have the damage. That adds a whole nother layer of potential annoyance, though. We just have to not time out. We gotta do this before we time out. Maybe that's what our opponent's counting on now. They're certainly not a scooper. They have proven that repeatedly. Even when we killed their Thalia, they would not scoop. Alright, up to 20-something. Alright, yeah, comboing. Well, the matchup against humans seems great. We just gotta not misclick. Yup, adding mana. I think we have enough time to do it. We should have, as long as we don't make a mistake. Yeah, mana, we're up to 30-something, and we need to get to 80. Oh, this is a little tedious. I will say. All right, we're up to like 40. Click, 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 click. We can't really add counters first, because if we add counters first, then we put a -1/-1 counter. It'll remove the counter, so it doesn't actually... It's not like that gives us a layer of protect. I mean, I guess it doesn't. Because we can't make our infinite mana combo if we have a +1/+1 counter. All right, I think we're at like 50. So 30 more to go. 30 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Count me down, YouTube. Oh boy. 6. We almost messed that up and killed our Ooze. I guess we're not even counting down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Come on. A few more clicks without messing up. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. Opponent. I think our opponent's all... Now they stopped F6ing. I think they're trying to get us to misclick. So we have 36, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 6, 79. So we need 1 more mana. Or 1 more mana. Opponent. Not like this. Like, if you don't want to scoop, that's one thing. But don't do this. All right. Remove a counter. Now we start adding counter. Add a counter. I really think our opponent's trying to get us to time out. Counter. Opponent. You could have just scooped an hour ago. Counter. Oh my goodness. I don't think it's gonna work. I think we have enough time to do it, but it is annoying. Counter. I mean, maybe our opponent has something in hand. I guess Path is not impossible, but it doesn't win them the game. I guess there's some possibility they're trying to think through if Path does anything, but does counter. Well, you got to see the combo all the way through from the opponent being at 20 life. So this is the absolute longest it will take you to combo off with that. I mean, assuming no life gain, but in a normal game where there's no life gain. Man, could you imagine this against Soul Sisters? Oh my god, we'd never make it. We'd die first. We would time out and then some. Yup. Man, Necrotic Ooze does it all. Literally everything. Counter. We're getting close. We're up to 13 counter. Oh, this is being so clunky. 14, 15. This is where we could also activate Castigar an infinite amount of time. That would take even more time. And we already have our combo in our graveyard, but for example, if we were missing the Walking Ballista but had our infinite mana combo, we could do this and activate Castigar a bunch of times time to try to find Walking Ballista, and then use Faithless Looting to put it back in the graveyard, etc. So there is some upside from tasks outside of just being a beater. So close. Now we still have to ping our opponent death. Counter. Oh my goodness. Yep. Counter and counter. And now, step 3, the final part of this apparently infinite, well, infinite in more ways than one. Infinite in Magic terms, also infinite in the amount of time it takes us to try to kill our opponent. All right, ping you. Please, for the love of God. Well, I guess that's one way to punish someone playing infinite combos. Ping you. Ping you. Opponent. I imagine they're like playing another game and laughing at us or something. Oh God. Please. Please. Just die. Die already. I feel like we've been doing this for a half hour. Oh my goodness. Alright, ping you. We're slowly making progress. 14. We're not gonna time out if that's our opponent's goal. We have more than enough time, even with this new pacing. Opponent. Alright, ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. We're back to slow mode. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Ping our opponent. Now they have 6 again. Oh my goodness. Opponent. Opponent. That's a pretty good sign that was some sort of intentional punishment. Because they F6 and they un-F6'd. Oh my God, opponent. Well, we got there. We got there. Little bit of gamesmanship from our opponent, but we got the win. We got the win. Whisper Ooze combo, crushing humans in what feels like a pretty good matchup. So, I'm gonna go get a drink, take a nap for a half hour, rest up after that epic match. Oh my God. All right. All right. Oh, be right back. All right. Much ado about nothing time. We are comboing off with Necrotic Ooze in Modern, playing some Whisperer Ooze combo, and this hand's fine. I mean, it's a little land heavy, but we have Faithless Looting. We also have a guaranteed way to get Doom Whisper in our graveyard. How do we want to do this? Let's Bloodstain Mire, get a Blood Crypt, untapped, Faithless Looting, discard an Ooze, discard a Copperline Gorge, pass the turn. See what our opponent's up to. We don't really need the second Ooze because we can always Gerard's Orders for one anyway. Scalding Tarn. Alright, control of some kind. There's our Doom Whisperer. Well, what did Foothills go? This might just be a question of if our opponent taps out. I almost wonder if it's worth it to play a Cavern of Souls to make sure we can discard, resolve our Ooze. Because it seems like that's what this is going to come down to. Overgrown 2. Untapped. I'll play a Mountain. Faithless Looting. Well, discard Doom Whisper. Discard Gerard's Orders. Pass the turn. Well, tap out, opponent. Tap out, tap out, tap out. If our opponent ever taps out, there's a pretty good chance we can win. It's not guaranteed because we could whiff off our Doom Whisperer activations. Snow-covered island. Opponent passing. Let's Birds of Paradise. Overgrown Tomb. Pass the turn. So next turn we can bait with Tasigur. Alright, Lightning Helix. Next turn we can bait with Tasigur and then follow up with Ooze. We'd really just like our opponent to like tap out for Gerard's Orders. Alright. They didn't tap out. Well, that's Tasigur. Exile a bunch of stuff. Opponent does not bite. Well, Stomping Grounds, untapped. Do we play Ooze? Yeah, I think we do. The upside is too high. Play Ooze. Opponent does have a counter. Alright, pass the turn. And a path. Yep. Well, grab a swamp. Tap out. Tap out. You dodge the bullets. Tap out. Opponent passing. Bloodstain Mire. Well, what do we do? Play Bloodstain Mire. Pass the turn. Alright, there's a Spell Queller. And a Field of Ruin. Opponent gets it. We draw. Doom Whisper. Well, play Doom Whisper. Doesn't get Spell Quellered. Opponent's got the Cryptic. Alright, pass the turn. Ugh, this feels like a challenging matchup. Snow-covered plains. Opponent. The other problem is we're taking so much damage that our Doom Whisper plan is not that guaranteed. Tap land. Well, I mean, we gotta go for it. We're running out of opportunities here. Necrotic Ooze. Spell Queller. I'll play Blooming Marsh. Pass the turn. Yeah, this feels tough. This deck might want Cavern of Souls. Maybe like as a 2-of. Control is pretty popular. Down to 6. Well, crack this. Get our last land. Untap. I mean, this is all we can do. Gerard's Orders. Opponent. Thinking. Alright, so take Necrotic Ooze. Put Devoted Druid in the graveyard. We're very low on life, though. Play Necrotic Ooze. Alright. And that does it. Yeah, that didn't feel even a little bit close. And now with our opponent knowing what we're doing, seems like it gets even more challenging. So we can bring in Thoughtseizes, go down Llanowar Elves, go down a Tasigur. Probably need to bring in some answers to Graveyard Hate. Like, this is a deck that could definitely have Rest in Peace. Like, Destructive Revelry, Wickerburrow Welder. Maybe we just have to go down Tasigur altogether and go down to Gerard's Orders. And, yeah. Ground Seal could also be good. Maybe Ground Seal Gerard's Orders? Let's try it like that. Yeah, Cavern seems like it could be a good addition to this deck. Well, okay. This seems relatively fine. So Copperline Gorge and Faithless Looting. Discard Doom Whisper. Discard Gerard's Orders. Pass the turn. Scalding Tarn for our opponent. Cracks it. Steam Vents. Untapped. And Certain Visions. Alright. Sure. Well, opponent passes. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. We would like to hit a land off this. Run out our Ground Seal. Draw a card. Alright, there's a land. Well, we're in pretty close to the shape we want to be in. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. And there's an Iskanta. Well, play Bloodstained Mire, crack Bloodstained Mire. Grab a Swamp. Play Devoted Druid. Play Birds of Paradise. Pass the turn. So in theory, we get to Thoughtseize and then Ooze, maybe for the win. That's the plan. Iskanta. Mills a land. Hallowed Fountain. Untapped. Ooh, Lightning Helix on Devoted Druid. Okay. Things are shaping up. Blooming Marsh. I don't know if we even Thoughtseize our opponent. That's one less Doom Whisper activation. Yeah. Play Ooze. Surveil. We need Morsel Horde and Walking Ballista. Alright, land. Those don't help. Devoted Druid, Grizzly Salvage. Already had Devoted Druid. There's Morsel Horde. Alright, so infinite mana is achieved. Keep going. There's Ballista. Alright. Game! It worked out. So now we gotta make a bunch of mana. This is gonna take a minute. Keep adding and removing counters. Infinite mana from Morsel Horde, Devoted Druid. And we snuck it in. This is a turn 4 kill. Snuck it in through the counter spells. Oh man, we gotta make a lot of mana for this to work. 4 times 16. 64 mana? Did our opponent scoop it up? Opponent scoops it up! Okay! Okay, that is the Whisper Ooze combo, and I mean, it worked exactly like it's supposed to. Got down the Necrotic Ooze, Doom Whisper in the graveyard. Good game. Ground Seal for protection. All right, so apparently we can beat the control deck. It still feels like a hard matchup, but we can do it. It is possible. This hand doesn't feel very good. We have stuff that we'd want in the graveyard. We're going to mulligan. Well, okay. Hopefully we have a land. There's a land. I mean, this hand could work. We got an Ooze. We got some good graveyard stuff. Bloodstained Mire, goo. Opponent cracks. Hollowed Fountain. Tapped. Steam Vents for our opponent. Alright, well, crack Bloodstained Mire. Grab a Blood Crypt. Untap. Ugh, another Morsel Hoarder. Well, crack Wooded Foothills. Overgrown Tomb. Untapped. And let's just Grizzly Salvage. Let's take Copperline Gorge. Faithless Looting in the graveyard's not bad. That helps. That's a way we can get these Morsel Hoarders in the graveyard at least. Hollowed Fountain, tapped. Opponent, passing. Well, play Copperline Gorge. Let's just Faithless Looting. Discard Morsel Hoarder. Discard... Doom Whisper. Pass the turn. Opponent. Serum Visions. Digging for a land, maybe? 2 to the bottom. Alright, finds our land, Sulphur Falls, and passes. Well, play Birds of Paradise. Play Devoted Druid. Play Blooming Marsh. Pass the turn. Well, we'll see. Alright. Kills Devoted Druid. We'll grab a Swamp. If our opponent taps out, we should be able to win. Glacial Fortress. Opponent passes. Thoughtseize would be nice. Forest. Well, let's just run out a Morsel Hoarder. Definitely not the plan to be Morsel Hoarder beatdown, but we'll take it. Play a Forest. Play Devoted Druid. Pass the turn. All right. We need a tap out. We need a tap out. Snapcaster. Drawing our last Thoughtseize would be the best. That would make us very happy. Pass our Morsel Hoarder. Sure. Gets a land out of our deck. Opponent untaps. Land. Come on, Thoughtseize. Opponent gets in with Snapcaster. We take it. Down to 14. Oh, Teferi. I mean, we got to go for it. We have to go for it. If our opponent has a counter, they have a counter. We would still love to draw Thoughtseize, but we got to go for it. Opponent passes. Bloodstained Mire. Well, we got to try. We got to try. Ooze? They don't have Cryptic mana. Alright. Well, we did try. We failed, but we tried. And now it's probably over. So close. So close. Opponent. Oh, it's a Jace. Add that to the Planeswalker pile. Yeah, now I don't think we can win. Our deck is weird in that it doesn't really play removal. So we're never going to get this Ooze back from Spell Queller. And with our opponent drawing this many cards, the odds that, yeah, okay. Well, we got a game off of the control deck, and we were very close to winning this one. But our opponent did have the Spell Queller. Played around a lot of the counters they could have, but that's one that there's not really any playing around. Well, Grizzly Salvage. Get an Ooze. And now our opponent has Graveyard Hate, so this doesn't even really matter. Play Ooze. Yep. Sacks the Relic. And, man, we were so close. Alright. Well, I mean, we won't scoop. People don't like the don't like the concessions, but I mean, this one's actually, we will scoop. Our opponent's got 2 planeswalkers. There's no possible way that we can win from here. Well, we saw the good of the deck in a really fast combo kill, and then we saw the bad of the deck, which is counter spells are really brutal, and Graveyard Hate is doubly brutal. So, oh man, that's a tough matchup. Graveyard Hate you can get around a little bit, but man, the counters are brutal. Thinking maybe Cavern of Souls should be in this deck somewhere. All right, much brew about nothing time. We are whispering and oozing in Modern. And, all right, this hand looks good. We have a lot of combo pieces. We got a Faithless Looting to set things up. We'll see what we looting into. We can use Devoted Druid as ramp. If we find Necrotic Ooze, we could also just put it in the graveyard. Nice thing about Devoted Druid, you can kind of kill it whenever you want. It's really easy to get in the graveyard. Inspiring Vantage for our opponent. So, getting burned, I assume. Yep, it's burn. That's a Rift Bolt. Okay. So there's good news and bad news here. The bad news is the Doom Whisper part of our combo going to be a lot more questionable. Not going to be able to surveil much. So we're going to want to try to set up our combo with Faithless Lootings and such. Good news is we can win out of nowhere. And we can win at instant speed. Ooh, Copperline Gorge is nice. That lets us Faithless Looting without shocking ourselves. Discard Doom Whisper. I guess we could cast a Doom Whisper. Discard Doom Whisper and Walking Ballista. Pass the turn. Opponent. Rift Bolt. Coming down. Yep. Down to 17. We also have 3 Feed the Clans in the sideboard, which seems pretty good. Bloodstained Mire. Opponent cracks it. Mountain. Monastery Swiftspear. And, alright, Lightning Bolt. Opponent's just getting in as much damage as possible. Down to 14, down to 12. Yep. Well, let's see what we draw. Morsel Hoarder. Interesting. I'm wondering if we have to run out Tasigur. We can run out Tasigur, but we'd have to exile everything in our graveyard, so we'd be forever away from comboing. It would block Swiftspear. And let's just Blooming Marsh, play Devoted Druid. I still think our best way to win, like, Tasigur is probably not going to win us the game. Like, it's nice that it can block Swiftspear. Our best way to win is still probably just to assemble the combo, and we're not that far from doing it. We have every piece we need to win the game except for our Ooze, and we still have a Faithless Looting. Land Searing Blaze, that's the worst. Alright, Eidolon's not that bad. All of our stuff is super expensive. Sacred Foundry, tapped. Ooh, we're taking 0? I like the sounds of this. Opponent passes. Grizzly Salvage. Well, play Wooded Foothills, crack Wooded Foothills. Grab a Mountain. And let's just run out our Tasigur. Oh. Oops. We gotta actually tap for black mana. Run out our Tasigur. Leave the important stuff in the graveyard. We're not going to be able to Doom Whisper this matchup anyway. Alright. Tasigur. Pretty good defense. Pass the turn. I mean, maybe we can just play big things. Our opponent's only got 2 cards in hand. Tap land. Another Eidolon. Okay. Sure. Opponent passing. Shocking ourselves is brutal. Doom Whisper is big though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's do it. Play the land. Down to 9. Play Doom Whisper. Pass the turn. No attacks. We want to mostly attack with our Tasigur. Or with our Doom Whisper. We might be able to lock our opponent under their Eidolons. Opponent. Just keeps drawing the Eidolons. All right. Sure. Down to 13. Opponent. No attacks. Looting. Well, go to combat. Get in with Doom Whisper. Hit our opponent to 7. And yeah, let's Morsel Horde. Untap. Tap. And pass the turn. We might just have this. The 3 Eidolons are actually pretty not great for our opponent. We've just... Our deck naturally just has so many ridiculously expensive cards that it's... We're playing around all these Eidolons naturally. Alright, here's the big attack. So we want to block, take 4. So our opponent needs... Okay, opponent doesn't have it. Alright, we got there. They would have needed Lightning Helix to stay alive through their Eidolons, and... Okay. Somehow that worked pretty well. Opponent had a weird draw. We had, I guess, a good draw in a really weird way. Well, Feed the Clan seems like an all-star in this matchup. So Feed the Clan in. Go down to Tasigur. Scavenging Ooze also seems pretty good as a way to gain life. Probably need Wickerbur Welder. This sounds crazy, but I think we're actually mostly cutting Doom Whispers. Doom Whispers and Llanowar Elves. Just against Burn, it's going to be very difficult for us to actually go on the Doom Whisper plan. It would just be so easy for them to kill us. So I think we're going to try to play fairly and mostly fill our graveyard with Grizzly Salvages and Lootings. And also Gerard's Orders. We'll still leave 1 Doom Whisper as a tutor target. Huh. The Fatal Push could also be good. Maybe we go up Fatal Push and go down... Man, do we cut out all the Doom Whispers? I really want 1 for the Gerard's Orders. Huh. Without Fatal Push, we might just get run over by Dorks. Let's go down 1 Gerard's Orders. Yeah, let's try it like that. I mean, mostly if we can gain 8 with Feed the Clan, that's like a quadruple time walk. Ugh, against Burn. This isn't going to do it. That's a lot of lands. Yeah, so we move mulligan. Alright, this hand's not insane, but... Ooh, that is Feed the Clan. That's one of our best cards. Sacred Foundry. Untapped. Here they come. Swift Spear. Yup. Opponent. Gonna get in. Hits us. Down to 19. Well, Copperline Gorge and... let's Birds. Searing Blaze would be obnoxious, but pass the turn. Oh man, it's 10 life? Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully we can get a ferocious Feed the Clan, because 10 life is... That is so much against Burn. Lightning Helix. Going face. Alright. Yup. Down to 16. Opponent. Hits it. Hits us. I guess even 5 life's not the worst. Down to 14. Well, that's Faithless Looting. Discard Walking Ballista. Discard Stomping Ground. Bloodstained Mire. Crack it. Get a Swamp. Faithless Looting. Discard Morsel Hoarder and... Yeah. Wooded Foothills, I guess. Tasigur. Yeah, let's exile Morsel Hoarder. I think we have to get down Tasigur this turn. Because this sets up game 10 with Feed the Clan. So it's going to make it a lot slower to combo. Because we just got rid of our Morsel Hoarder. But gaining 10 buys us so much time. Scalding Tarn. Cracks it. Mountain. And opponent gets in. We are going to take it. If our opponent can go bolt, 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 then we lose. But we need this Tasigur to live, so we'll take our beats. 3 literal lightning bolts is not likely. Oh man, please no. Helix, okay, that's fine. Down to 10, and get a bolt 2. All right, we take it down to 8. Opponent. I mean, I think this Feed the Clan, it should win us the game. Rift Bolt suspended. All right, that's fine. Well, we draw another Morsel Hoarder. Well, first off, Feed the Clan. Go up to 18. And now we'll pass. Now we're fine with blocking this Swift Spear. Even if Tasigur dies, it has done its job. And it's going to take a lot of draw steps for our opponent to find 10 additional damage. Alright. Rift Bolt, face. down to 15. 3 cards in hand. Goblin Guide. Opponent. Attacks. I mean, we're going to block. If you got to blow out, you got to blow out. All right, Lightning Helix on Tasigur. That's fine. We still get rid of the Swift Spear, and we're still at 15. Opponent passes Blooming Marsh. Well, let's play Blooming Marsh. Let's Faithless Looting. I mean, if we hit a Devoted Druid, we win. Next turn, land. Well, discard Morsel Hoarder. Discard Blooming Marsh. Pass the turn. The bad news is Necrotic Ooze does die to a lot if we're not winning the game right away. So we'd like to get the Devoted Druid in the graveyard before. Boros Charm down to 11. Opponent's fighting the fight. Shard Volley down to 8. Well, our opponent's out of cards, though. Opponent. Let's see what's on top of our deck. Goes to combat. Attacks. Top card. Land. Yeah, let's block. Stay at 8. Untap. Bloodstained Mire. Well, Wooded Foothills. Crack it. Down to 7. Grab a mountain. And run out our Ooze. Even just our Ooze surviving 1 turn would be pretty sweet. Because then we could put a counter on it with Ballista and it would survive a lot of burn spells. So if our opponent whiffs here, I like the shape we're in. Alright, pass the turn. Come on. No way to kill the Ooze. Swift Spear. Alright, that does not kill the Ooze. Opponent. Passing. Oh my god, feed the clan. Well, alright, easy choice. Feed the clan. Sorry, opponent. Back up to 17. Play the land. Pass the turn. Oh, now 2 feed the clans. Now we're a long ways away from actually dying. Stomping Grounds. Tapped. Opponent. Passes. Oh, God. And an Ooze. Well, let's just put a counter on Necrotic Ooze. Play Bloodstained Mire. Pass the turn. So now our Ooze is out of range of most of the burn spells. Opponent. Attacks. Well, we're going to take it this time. Let's see what's on top of our deck. Birds of Paradise. Yep, take our beats. Down to 14. Well, we're not comboing, but I think we're winning. Crack this. Get rid of the bird. We just need to find a Devoted Druid. If we find Devoted Druid, the game just ends. Another Ooze. Let's just play Scavenging Ooze. Eat. Actually, we don't really... Let's eat the Swift Spear. All right, opponent's got Skullcrack. That's fine. Well, pass the turn. Tap land. So now we can start using Ooze as a Tasigur. Actually, I think we just use Urds as birds, add a counter, kill Swift Spear, untap. Oh, alright, that does it. Draws orders! That's the missing piece of the puzzle. Now we get the Druid in the graveyard. So into our hand we'll go, doesn't matter, we'll take Necrotic Ooze. Into our graveyard, Devoted Druid. And now we just make infinite mana and kill our opponent? No. Not like that. Oh, too many abilities. Alright, so we're actually going to get rid of this birds because we don't want this ability. It's actually clunking things up. I think we're going to do that with Tasigur as well. Counter on Ooze. An opponent! They realize what's happening and scoop it up, and that is a 3-2. We're feeding the kids with Whisper Ooze, so, I mean, we didn't have an insane record. It's not like we got 5-0, but we got a treasure chest with Whisper Ooze, and the deck actually worked pretty well, and based on what we learned from these matches, I think the deck could be even better. I feel like, well, we'll talk about this in the wrap-up, but I think if we throw in a couple Cavern of Souls, we go from having a losing matchup against Control to suddenly having a winning matchup against Control. So that's an easy way to fix a pretty popular matchup, and the combo is, it's good and consistent. It really is. I don't know what to say, but we get to crack your treasure chest and hopefully get something good. All right, 1 treasure chest. Let's see. Could be anything. Still want a complete set. Ooh, Palace. Palace Jailer might actually have value. It doesn't look like a card that would have value, but all right, 1.1 ticks. Actually, no. That's paper. Aw. 0.07. Just kidding. It has no value. Well, our deck was still good. We'll take that at least. Whisper Ooze combo. Yeah. 3-2. Not bad. Going infinite. It does take a lot of clicks though, but that's stuff for the for the wrap-up. Be right back. So what do we learn this week about Whisperer Ooze combo in Modern? And overall, the deck did pretty well. We finished off with a 3-2 in our league, which, it's a winning record. That's not bad. We didn't crush it. So for our losses, we lost to Storm, and that's probably going to happen pretty often. We have a couple of good sideboard cards, but in general, Storm is just a faster combo deck than we are. Like, they win on turn 3. We're more likely going to win on turn 4-ish. So they're often just going to be too fast for us. And even in that matchup, we did manage to take a game from them. And in game 1 that we lost, our opponent had double remand. If they only had a single remand, I think we would have stole that game and won the match. So that was one of our losses. The other loss was to Jeskai Control, and my god, did that feel like a horrible matchup in basically every possible way. However, I think it's horrible in a fixable way, and the easiest thing to do is, if you're running into a lot of counter spells, is just throw a Cavern of Souls or 2 in your deck. If we could have Cavern of Souls on Ooze, I think suddenly we're favored against Jeskai Control and Blue-White Control, because all we need to do is have the Ooze resolved. Then we don't care if you have Path to Exiles and Lightning Helixes and any instant speed removal. It doesn't matter. The game is going to end on the spot, and that is the beauty of this combo. There's no passing, there's no untapping, and our deck was very good at getting things into a position where we play Necrotic Ooze, we win the game on the spot, and Doom Whisper is a massive addition. We saw one game, the scariest of the games. We started, I think, at 20 life, and we had to surveil all the way down to 2 life, but we hit our Walking Ballista, the last piece of the puzzle, with our very last surveil to win the game. So I felt like the deck did a really consistent job of setting up the combo with Faithful Tuning and Grizzly Salvage, and also with our Gerard's Orders, which was a nice way to just be like, all right, the combo is set up, can you kill us, or do we win next turn? So I feel like the deck was pretty consistent. The biggest downside, I think, of the deck is, with all these combo pieces, there's not much room for interaction. Like, we don't have any creature removal, and that kind of came to bite us a little bit in the Jeskai Control matchup, where we kept getting our Oozes locked under Spell Quellers, and we got no removal, so we can't get them out. So I think the challenge for this deck is, the combo is good, the combo is consistent, the combo is game-winning. Can we find a way to still keep the combo strong, but add a little bit of interaction, a play set of Fatal Pushes, or some Thought Seizes, or some interaction into the deck? Like, is there a way to play more of a real deck and still not diminish the combo too much? Because I think that's the next step for the deck. Like, we can Goldfish into wins on turn 3 if we're really lucky, turn 4 more consistently, which is not a bad speed for Modern, but we're doing that with literally 0 ways to protect our combo, 0 ways to interact with what our opponent's doing, so we're kind of all in on one plan, and it doesn't even change too much after sideboarding. So I feel like that is the biggest next step for the deck, finding a way to squeeze a little bit of interaction in to maybe help against those bad matchups. Cavern of Souls, big addition. I gotta say, I like the sideboard additions. Wickerburrow Elder saved the day against Lantern Control, was super good. Feed the Clan kind of just game over by itself against Burn, where we didn't even really need a combo. We just cast Feed the Clans, and eventually our opponent gave up. So I feel like the deck is better than I thought it would be. Oh yeah, I should say too, Graveyard Hate is still a concern, and we're still in a format where Dredge is really popular. So I feel like this is another one of those decks, like where we played Abzan Aristocrats, that the deck is good despite not being in the best place in the metagame, where right now just so many people are targeting Dredge and playing Graveyard Hate, where in the future, if Dredge is less played, or who knows, maybe it gets another banning eventually, and people kind of slack off on their Graveyard Hate, then Whisper Ooze would be in even a better position. But as we saw in our league, the deck can definitely beat people even in our current format, where people are prepared for graveyards, because the combo is fast, the combo is consistent, and when we are working on all cylinders, we just win right away when we cast Necrotic Ooze, which is very, very powerful. So anyway, I was impressed with the deck. I feel like some of the bad matchups can be improved with Cavern of Souls, maybe finding a way to sneak in a little bit more interaction, but overall the deck was really cool, really unique, really fun, a little bit clunky on Magic Online, especially if our opponents don't concede, not nearly as clunky in paper where you can just like explain what you're doing and how your opponent's dead, so keep that in mind. Hopefully most people will just concede once they realize they're dead, but if someone does actually make you play it out, it does get a little bit tedious and a lot of clicks are involved. But anyway, that's been Whisper Ooze combo for Modern, and that's been our Much Abrew deck for this week. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the video, and I will talk to you soon.
Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.